Hello, everyone. Welcome back. Going to the second half here of Dropped Frames. Let's talk video games. All I've played is Dota 2.
Okay. All I've played is Battlegrounds.
Yeah, so me and Jericho are done. I'm doing a sponsored stream for Power Rangers Legacy Wars. It's a mobile game.
The last Power Rangers game that I played was like on Sega Genesis and Game Gear, and it was like a 2D fighting game, and it was awesome.
This
And I
one's
loved
actually it's sponsored, so people are you're just fucking paid to say that. But it's PvP based, so you actually just fight other people.
What?
And
It's like a Power Rangers PvP?
Yeah, it's like kind of not bad. I've actually enjoyed my time with it, which is fun.
All that matters.
That's really all that matters. This is it right here. I was also not paid to show it on the stream, but this is it right here. So you get like these cards in the bottom right, and then it's kind of rock paper scissorsy, but it's also RNG based depending on what cards you get, and it's also like the Green Ranger. You guys is pretty fucking strong. All right,
He always is. He's the Green
always
Ranger.
strong. He's always strong.
Come on, it's great.
It's also really aggravating sometimes when you lose.
If I was drunk, I would enjoy this game. Maybe.
I thought it was going to be like a struggle to get through it. I actually have a fun time with it. I get people from the chat to queue up, and then I talk shit to them, and I destroy them, or they destroy me, and they talk shit to me. And I'm like, all right, this is great. We're just having fun here, shitting on each other.
Button's so big.
Yeah. I mean, you got to remember it's a mobile game, right? So.
Oh, that's what I was. Okay. Yeah, I didn't know that. Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
I was like, Jesus Christ.
Yeah. But yeah, that's all that in Dota. And then I was in St. Louis over the weekend, so I didn't really chance to play much besides Dota.
I was approached to do a sponsorship recently with a game that was kind of out of my normal realm. MLB The Show 17. Twitch reached out to me and asked me if I wanted to play it, and I said, well, yeah, because I've always been a huge fan of PC games. Oh God, there's Thug Angel. There's Thug Angel.
What in the?
Yes.
Look, I clicked randomly, and this is what came up, and I was like, all right, we're showing this.
Yes, this is great. No, I've always had a history of playing sports games, but since I switched over to primarily PC, you don't see a lot of sports games on PC. You don't. It's like almost always console. So I haven't got a chance to play one in a while. And I said, well, why do you guys want me to play it? Because I don't typically play baseball games or sports games.
That's probably why.
Yeah, because of that creation. But they said that there's a lot of RPG elements to it. They were like, we've got stat allocation, we got this and this and that. I'm like, okay, so you threw in a couple, you can run fast or whatever, and you think it's an RPG. So I said, I'm not going to judge. I'm gonna play it. I like baseball games. I'm going to take the sponsorship. I'm going to check it out. Why not? Couple hours stream, no big deal. I get into it. And first of all, I sucked. So you're just gonna see me strike out for a while here while I was learning to play the game. But it's actually like a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun. They've not only got like stat allocation and character customization. You guys have obviously seen the monstrosity that I've made here.
Thug Angel the Third.
Like the character customization has like RPG level character like depth when it comes to it. You can have 4 different facial hairs that you can add on and layer. So you can come up with unique like faces and stuff. It's got sliders. It's got everything. It's got equipment. It's got equipment that you actually put on your character. Like you can put a shin guard that'll help you.
I'm cracking up, dude.
It's like it's great. Go ahead.
I love hearing you describe this exactly like an RPG. Like you got equipment that you equip
do!
but like shin guards is. I mean, but it's like being like you've got helmets like in football. So you put the helmet. I think it's awesome. It's like exactly why they hired you to do.
Yeah,
that.
Well, it was kind of exciting because I honestly thought they would just do a half-ass job and that would be it. But like the items actually have a tiered system. There are common items. There are rare items. There's like dynasty items, which is like the legendary. Like you get these items, you can actually equip yourself like an RPG fantasy character with like a sword or a chest plate or something like that. It's really interesting. They also have a story mode that you can play through. And the story mode starts out with this. You go to the draft, and I was drafted by the Phillies, and I told the Phillies in the story mode, now fuck you guys. I don't like the Phillies. I don't want to join your team. So I literally went back to community college for a year and waited, no, literally in the game, waited for the next year so I could try out again and hopefully end up on the Braves.
Oh, brother.
My favorite team. And that's what happened, actually. So the game actually has like all these crazy RPG elements added to it that made it super interesting. Like the story, the dialogue is horrible. Like whoever
Is
wrote
it actually voiced or is it only written?
they do it, no, it's only read, but they do like this narrator. They got this narrator that sounds like he's in a nature documentary. So he's like, so every time it goes, it's like the player is here in the clubhouse and he's talking with his hitting coach. Building rapport between the two of them is very important for their financial career. And then it'll like go in, and then you'll have the chat options and everything. So they do like this weird documentary thing where you make choices and it pops up later. Like the Phillies are like my rivals. They hate me. I'm kind of known as a showboater. Like I'm kind of like the Conor McGregor of the MLB. You know, so anyways, it's really, I've had a lot of fun with it. It's one of those, you know, sometimes you get sponsors like you did with For Honor, and you're like, man, I got to stream this tomorrow for so. I'm like, yeah, man, like sign me up. Like tomorrow I'm streaming it. I'm going to have a blast. Like it's been a lot of fun.
You, if you name your character, I think it's like Michael King, Gold Glove is your character. They modeled him in everything. So
yeah,
like,
I saw that.
Dude, you told me that before the show, and there's like a twinge of jealousy there. Like,
awesome.
Why can't that be me? Why can't Doug?
Yeah, that's besides Dodger, Jesse Cox, and I think Angry Joe Show Bing and Witcher 3. That's the only time I've seen that.
Hold on. The side of his face is squished on purpose.
Don't even try to understand this.
Yeah, it's not very realistic.
No, because I mean, I made him that way. He's part orc. Okay, so first of all, it's racist. Don't fucking attack.
I thought that was a glitch, but that's actually like.
I don't like to think that this character was born like a regular human. I like to believe he was hatched.
Like when he was a baby, someone took like a frying pan and just kind of pressed for a while and left it like that.
Wow.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah. He looks like a mix between Fabio and the guy off of Happy Gilmore, the boss that gets a nail in his head. Like it's something in between there. He's like 7 foot tall and he's like 300 pounds and he's an outfielder with max speed. So you just see this giant man just running at full speed. It's fucking terrifying.
You know what this reminds me of?
Here we go.
When I was a kid, I would play like Madden, like 2011 Madden. And I would make my guy a running back, like 350 pounds, 6'9", max speed, max break tackle, but like shit at everything else. So you just give him the ball and he'd just take off like a through people. And it was just like, okay, either that or like the skinniest man possible.
You know, it's funny because sports games are kind of a weird genre of games. One, you don't see a lot of it on PC. Right? You see,
was this on PC?
No, this was on PS4.
Okay, that's what I thought. Yep.
Yeah, it's on PS4. You don't see a lot of these games, and with sports games, you don't see a ton of like variations or like people really exploring what these games can really do or what they're capable of. Because I think maybe there's an image thing that comes along with a lot of these sports teams where they don't like it. Like remember back in the day we had like Blitz. Like that was awesome. Like NFL, the way that, you know, like the max out, you can slam people, you can throw people. There's NBA Jam where you could fly through the air with fucking fire behind you and dunk it from half court. Like all these crazy ideas, but nobody does that anymore. Nobody does that these days.
Yeah.
Why not?
Yeah, where's our NFL Street?
Yeah, where's our modern day Blitz?
Where's my Need for Speed Underground? Why can't we have the good shit back?
I really want a good Need for Speed game, but it hasn't happened in so long.
Yeah,
they've really been awful.
For a good Call of Duty game, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a little bit.
Or a good Halo game.
Halo 4 wasn't bad.
Halo 5
was Halo 5 the new? Halo 5 wasn't bad either. The multiplayer sucked, but yeah.
I don't know. I feel like I'm the only person who like misses those crazy games like NFL Hits and all this. Like
I played a lot of Blitz back in the day. Blitz was like the fucking shit. When you could go to the arcade and like type in your pin code and would bring up your stats, and then you'd get like, my brother worked at GameStop, so I had like their Infinity card or whatever. So on Friday nights I would go to GameStop, and they had a Blitz machine. But there was a guy that would always go on Friday nights that would show up around like 9, and you would know that he was there because you would see his name at the first spot on everything in the game, and then he'd come up and type his thing in, and it'd be like, oh shit, it's that guy. And I would just never play Blitz because he was too fucking dominating.
Back where you had to like put the quarters on the machine to get next, like to call you.
Yeah, he was fucking really good. So yeah,
No,
that stuff's cool.
Yeah, I like the direction it goes. Like I love how influenced it is by RPGs. I'm a big RPG fan. It's fun to see mix and matches of things that you wouldn't normally see. So I've been having a fun time with it. And I got some judgments, you know, because it's a sponsored stream, and they're like, you don't play sports games. You're right. Typically, I don't. But
Yeah,
I don't.
but
I
you
don't
play money games. That's what's up. Get that paper.
Yeah.
Bing,
Well, I mean, that's what I said on the stream for Power Rangers. Like, I would normally never stream, and I probably will never stream another mobile game unless it's paid. But they paid really well, and the game's actually not bad, so I don't mind playing.
Yeah,
it's
man.
not. Look, I think I proved myself with the For Honor thing, where they were still paying very well. I hated it, and I was very vocal about not liking it. So hopefully, that gave me enough credit to be able to do these without getting too much shit for them. But
well, at the end of the day, we're gamers, right? I love to explore new games. Like that's what I do for fun. Whether I was streaming or not, my whole life, I love checking out new video games.
wow,
and
you
there's
really
something...
fucked that throw up, man. Holy shit.
Let's not talk about it, okay? By the way, this is when I'm being drafted, and they're like judging me on every play. Anyways,
Okay.
I try not to hold myself. Like I don't like to say like I don't play FPS games, for example, so I'm just not going to try this game, or I'm not. I think that like it limits you. So
Yeah.
I try to get out there and try some new things. Like I'm not a big fan of Sims game, like simulation type games. But if Factorio comes out and a lot of people are talking about it, I'll download it and give it a try. Maybe I'll like it. I don't know. I didn't, you know, but them's the ropes. Them's the ropes, you know?
Yeah.
But
I
don't
just
think
got his full name, Thug Angel the Third.
Yep.
No, that's not even it. You can add two names in there that the announcers will actually announce, and you can pick normal,
Right.
or you can pick the like nickname.
Aliases?
So his name is, and this is his full name, Thug Angel, quote unquote, his dudeness, Sir Dudenstein the Third.
Do they
So,
do
like-
they verbally say that?
Yes. When I go up to bat every time, it's like, now approaching the batter's box, his dudeness, Sir Dudenstein. And that's literally what it says. And the announcement, the announcers call me Sir Dudenstein or his dudeness, like everything. And they have a whole list. What are the nicknames with Soup? You can literally, his name is Soup. Like who has the nickname Soup?
Yeah,
But
who
there's
wants
on
to be
there.
called Soup?
There's like a list of like
Soupy Sales.
hundreds and hundreds of names that you can mix and match and make whatever. And I thought his dudeness, Sir Dudenstein, was Thug Angel. That just spoke to Thug Angel, you know?
So are you in the league for your next stream then? That's where you're going to start, is you playing in the league for the Braves? Or did you already get drafted?
No. I'm in the AAA team because the career you work
you're
your way
bad.
up. You don't just start in major leagues. You start kind of at the bottom. So I'm in AAA right now trying to prove myself in order to move up to the main team. And eventually, apparently, I'll get called and I'll get drafted. And
That's
based
kinda
on my
cool.
performance, also, this is another thing I should probably mention. Based on your performance in the games, you get more training points. So, like, let's say I totally botch a throw or I just make a big mistake. It'll literally take 10 training points away from me. It'll deduct points.
That's
But if
cool
you do
that they're
well,
putting the RPG stuff.
yeah, it's super cool. A lot of people judged it, but I
They
mean,
did that. Whoever makes this game, is it EA? Is this an EA game? No.
Sony reached out, so
I don't know who the publisher is, but they did
Yeah.
the same thing with basketball as well, like a year or two ago, where they did the same exact thing where you have to go through, talk to an agent. I think Spike Lee like directed it or some fucking crazy shit. So they're starting to do this with more games, and I guess because it is getting the non endemic people into it, like yourself and hopefully others, to play
yeah,
this
and
stuff.
they do that with UFC. The UFC, you have like a career mode, and you work through it, and you try to become the best and everything. So
Yeah.
By no means is it original in that regard, but if it was just a straight laced baseball game, probably would have never touched it. But
Yeah.
Yep, I've been playing that, and Heroes of the Storm. Heroes of the fucking
What?
Storm.
So what? Did you know what the news they announced today? They're like doing 2.0. Is that public?
Yeah. Actually,
Oh, thank God! I got an email when I woke up, and I'm like, wait a minute, is that actually a thing? But it's public. Good, we're good. Let's talk about it.
Yeah, no. It's out now. It's on their main. I watched the video off of their launcher.
Okay. Whew.
So I actually play an obscene amount of Heroes of the Storm off stream. Like it's just something like I've learned that my community just hates watching me play MOBAs. But I've always loved MOBAs. I grew up with like Dota back in the custom maps of Warcraft 3.
So
like,
I have to
love-
ask, or I will actually be kicked out of the Dota 2 world. Have you played Dota 2 before?
Oh yeah. I've
Okay.
got. Let me check my account real quick. I'll tell you how many fucking hours I have in that game.
Okay.
It's ridiculous. No, I'm a huge MOBA fan, but people just don't like to watch me play MOBAs just because I'm not really that great. I have 2,600 hours in Dota 2.
Damn. That's a
Yeah.
lot.
Yeah, I got 2,600 hours in Dota 2.
That's a lot.
But yeah, they just came out the 2.0 for Heroes of the Storm, which is like remapping pretty much the whole way they do things. It's kind of always been like the weird step kid of Blizzard games, right? Like it's like
It
this,
has been, yeah.
like people didn't like it at first, but it's changed a lot, and they've tried to make it work. More people have been playing, and everything. And I've gone through my things with it, like playing it and not. But
Sure.
it's been great. I don't know. I just keep playing it, and I've gotten into ranked, and I've worked my way up from silver to I'm just below platinum now, and it's been fun. It's been great. But the 2.0 stuff is all real big news for them. It's completely remapping the way they pretty much do the entire game. Not the stuff inside the game, but like everything that wrapped around it, like the interface, how you level up your account, how you level up characters, how you participate in matches, and all that good stuff. So it's interesting. I've been playing that and MLB The Show, and that's pretty much my life lately.
God.
So
I finally found this fucking video. It's so hard to find. Here's all the stuff that's coming out. So there's loot chests. So they're like, man, that Overwatch game, people like buying dumb shit. Let's keep putting that in the game.
Yeah, I know, man. They like everything adopted that format, and obviously it's all cosmetic.
Yeah.
But if you're into that, I like a cool skin, but I'm not gonna like drop $10 on it or something like that. But new hero Cassia, which is the Amazon from Diablo.
Oh wow, from the D2. Wow. Okay.
Yeah. It's
Who is
pretty
that? Is that Lena?
Yeah, that looks like Li Ming, which is the wizard from Diablo 3.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
they've added so many fucking heroes to this game. I don't recognize a lot of it.
Yeah, it's a pretty big roster these days. And again, I mean, I'm not like super pro, whatever, like super integrated and all that stuff, but I mean, I at least play a couple hours a day for the last like 2 or 3 months now.
Yeah.
So, I can't wait to see what all the changes they're making. I briefly watched the video like right before we went live.
Chromie's a hero now? What?
Yeah, Chromie's. And she's a bitch. She's
she turned into a dragon?
No, she's a backliner, and she just drops these huge nukes from like ways away, and she could just absolutely dominate you.
Wait, she doesn't turn into a dragon at all?
No.
What the fuck?
She
She's
drops
a fucking dragon in World of Warcraft.
She drops like most AoE abilities. You can actually see where they're going to hit before they go off. Like typical raid stuff mechanics. Hers don't. So like, if you're standing there, she can drop like it's a dragon. It's like a sand dragon bomb on you, and it'll fuck you up.
That sucks.
But it's weird talking about Heroes of the Storm because like there's so many people that just tried it at the beginning, hated it, and never went back, and they still have that impression of it.
Well, I played when the game, much like Overwatch, it was huge that first like 2 or 3 days that it came out, and I probably played like 30 hours or some shit in the first week, and then I just stopped. But
yeah,
I have no reason.
I did too. I started out and I was like, this is cool. And then I just sort of moved on from there.
I really want to do a show where I get 4 streamers or X amount of streamers and we play a game that they never fucking play ever and just do that for 2 hours and see how much they hate their life. But getting people to agree to playing a game.
I'd do it, dude. I'd fucking play Dota or Heroes for the first time.
But
I'd do it.
I think JP, when you introduce the element of playing with your friends,
it's fun regardless. Yeah,
it's fun regardless. So that's like the best time to play those games, and it almost gives you like an excuse as a streamer. Like hey, like I would love to stream Heroes of the Storm daily, but I try to take into account what my viewers want to see too.
Yeah, I don't. I just play.
I know some people don't.
I just play Dota 2 all day, and it's like, oh man, that viewer count's dropping. Got to queue up again. I've started to give less and less fucks about that shit recently. Like I didn't touch Mass Effect. I don't touch Player Battlegrounds or Pub Battlegrounds. I don't touch. I guess I played Zelda, which maybe that's like the mainstream game. That and Horizon. But I played them because they're good games. So I don't know. I've definitely done a different approach where I'm just playing what I want to play rather than like the big hot thing.
Yeah. But I like to find both.
Bad. Yeah.
I like to find both things that I want to play that are big titles. Like there's some titles I skip to, like No Man's Sky. I mean, thank God I skipped that. But that before that came out, that was a huge deal, right? Never played it. Didn't stream it one day. Yeah. But
the fun thing is I've started. I think I said this last week, but I've started gambling now with Salt on the channel. So you get like these tokens for Dota 2. Not like actual gambling. That'd be fun too. But I can't say that on stream.
Did we learn our lesson? Did we not learn our lesson?
Yeah. So you earn salt in the channel, and then I queue up for a Dota game. In the first 5 minutes, people can bet their salt, which is redeemable for like shirts and stuff on the channel. And then depending on if I win or lose, they either like triple or quadruple their salt or lose it all. And so viewers have gotten attached to that stuff. But streaming like competitive games, unless you're like really fucking good at the game, it's so hard to get viewership for it.
Yeah.
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 So-
Yeah,
Yeah.
I totally agree.
Or if you'd be like Tim and just get carried all day in Overwatch and.
No, Tim is all right. Tim is fucking good.
No,
First off.
I know.
Respect on Tim.
I know. It's
But,
good.
yeah, I mean, I'm so glad that Battlegrounds, like, you know, somebody who's never going to be competitive in any game, like Battlegrounds is consistently fun because of the interactions you have. Like, I don't have to be good to have a fun stream there. Versus Counter-Strike recently has been a little like, because everybody is not entertaining or enjoyable to play with. So it's like, you know, there goes the only reason I'm playing Counter-Strike. So.
It's opportunities to have fun interactions with your chat, right? When you're putting a map and you start 5-on-5 on one map, you go at it, you kill each other. There's only so many things that happen. But when you have like an open world where you're finding weapons, you're there with a partner, maybe not, you're moving around, you're under fire, somebody drives up on you with a buggy, vehicles, you know, all that stuff. It just lends it's a funny moment simulator, really, is what it comes down to. And that makes it fun because when crazy shit happens, it's totally unscripted. It's out of nowhere. You're surprised. They're surprised. And you guys can all go, what the fuck together, you know?
Sure.
Yeah.
Yo, rewind this VOD like 5 minutes.
Okay.
I have the craziest grenade there.
All right.
It's so dope.
Are we past it before?
Never mind. Yeah, you're before it. Just chill
This
if
is
you want to play it.
okay.
But yeah. Oh, no. Before. Oh, yeah, here it is. Oh, dude. All right. It's in like 2 minutes. But yeah, no, this game
Let's keep watching.
so much fun. I can't get enough of it. Even though I know you guys are like, eh.
Well,
No,
I mean,
no, I'm right there with you. I think it's great.
I think
I'm having a
Gallahome likes
blast
it.
on that game.
I think
yeah. fuck yeah.
You tried it, didn't you, Zeke, on stream? Did you
saw
play it
some-
for an afternoon?
I did actually. I went through a boot camp with someone who is a battle royale kind of veteran, I guess.
Yeah. Who was that?
Oh no, I thought you were talking about the clip.
No.
No,
Who
the guy
was
said
the
that-
Battleground veteran? We're already the name. It was all right. It was okay. Name.
His Twitch name is Aethos19D. AETHOS 19D.
Okay.
We did this a while ago. We did a charity thing for, I think it was for Extra Life.
Oh yeah, I remember watching you play that.
And it was Arma 3. It was the Arma 3 BR.
That was hilarious
And,
watching you play with him.
He won like the 2 solo matches, and then he got teamed up with me to do the duo match. It was just terrible. He
It
sucked
was so fun.
because of me, but he took me through the boot camp of Battle Royale, PlayerUnknown's Battle Royale. And I learned so fucking much. I played it for 8.5 hours, and I actually had a really good time. We got, I swear to God, never got a first, but we got like 4 or 5 second places. Like, we got second place as much as we got any other place.
Yeah.
Like, going to the end. Probably mostly because I would like get to the end and I'd get shot, and he'd be like, "Are you down?" I'm like, "Yeah, don't bother reviving me." He's like, "I'm gonna try." Pow. You know, that kind of shit.
Yeah.
But it was really, really fun to actually like sit there and learn how the parachutes work, how to drop properly so you won't get like ganked right off the bat, how to play to actually place and not to play to first one to the ground, punch a guy to death, and that kind of shit. Like,
Sure.
we would actually drop far away from the drop zone, parachute, like, and glide. And before we hit the ground, there was already 20 people dead.
Right.
And we'd actually play to he'd show me how to play to actually get up in the ranks and stuff.
Huh.
Yeah, there's definitely certain strategies that you can do and utilize. I mean, this game is hugely, deeply strategic if you really get down to it. And you get different types of people. So like JP, if you were gonna play this game, like what kind of person would you want to play with? Would you want more of like the fun time, let's run around and just bullshit? Or do you want
I take it super. I played H1Z1 and before that Arma 3 BR, super competitive. Like, I get real into it. I get fucking upset when I die, et cetera, et cetera. I play super competitive.
play with Sakura? Sacriel is like the most fun person to play with in these.
Can't play with Sacriel, man. He's gunning for number 1.
Yeah, no, I can't play with Sacriel because he's already a part of the pub clicks. All right, he plays with Summit.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, no, but here's the
Summit,
thing.
Doc, and Tim are there's like a click.
And Josh.
Yeah, and Josh. Yeah, and Josh have this little click where you can't really. They're off in the distance, which makes sense.
That good, though.
They're really good. Yeah.
That's the problem. They're that good. So you're like, fuck. I get to play squads with them because they don't really care about their squads ranking, but they're all about the duos and solos.
Yeah.
Well, in their defense, they can't care too much because just recently I played with both Josh OG and Sacriel, and I am by no means on their level. So I listen. If you were to go to them and say, "Hey, I'd
so.
love to
Yeah.
play with you," they wouldn't hesitate at all. I mean, yeah, they grew up with
That was
with each
mostly
other.
joking, but yeah.
Well, mostly because I do know that they
Mostly joking. Yeah, it's like
Yeah, mostly
80%. It's joking light.
yeah.
Yeah, it's something that one of my teachers would call kidding on the square.
Kidding on the square. Is that British? Is that British?
Another thing.
I don't know. I don't know where it comes from.
It sounds
Yeah,
like
but
you're about to bake a loaf or something right now.
Well, no, it's when someone comes in your house and you're like, "Oh, you're not gonna take your shoes off, huh? When you come into my house."
Oh, that.
I got you. Yeah, that's similar.
Yeah.
But
passive
I haven't really been wanting to play. I played the first week. I don't know. I feel like they've fixed a lot of the bugs that I was having. Like, is it still a fucking gigantic pain in the ass to get in boats?
No.
I don't
It
think
wasn't
so.
for me.
I don't remember.
I tried to get in a boat for about 30 seconds while being shot at, and no matter what I did, no matter how close my reticule was to where it said press E to enter the boat, just never got on the boat. And I was like, you know what? I'm gonna go back to Dota.
I will say the press E to enter is a little fucking like delayed or something because every time you want to get into a car, the prompt comes up, I press it immediately and nothing fucking happens. I have to wait a second and then press it again.
Yeah, it's a bit delicate. Sometimes you'll be on the side of the car and you'll hit to get in. You'll end up in the back.
I was so upset when I was streaming. It was so funny because I was like, get the fucking boat! God fucking, I'm just screaming at the top of my lungs. And then I die and just alt F4 and leave. And I never
At least
touched it.
they put out a patch note thing today. So like at least they're documenting changes and like ETA on like server changes.
Yeah, I might touch it when it gets a little bit more updated.
Well, I mean, I do. Yeah, I was just about to say. I mean, if you ever want to play, just let me know. I mean, I would even jump on, during your times if you wanted to, and this goes to all you guys because I stream at like 4 a.m. in the morning. So anytime I'm like, hey, you want to play a game together? They're like, no, because I don't want to wake up at the ass crack of fucking dawn,
Yeah.
So I would even be willing to go off into other people's stream times and play this with any of you guys. So if you guys are ever down, just let me know.
It's bunker in the boat.
Also, you don't need to say in the morning after AM, just so you know.
You're right.
8 a.m. in the morning. It's like, no, I thought it was 8 a.m. at night.
You're right.
I'm just funny. Oh, come on. Now you made me feel bad about
You're right.
fucking-
It's okay. It's all right. It's cool.
Damn it.
Call me out on my,
Way
whatever.
to turn that around on me.
It's okay. I think with our history, I deserve everything I get. Anyways, no, it's a super fun game. I always love those games. And you know what's crazy about PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds? It feels good. Like it feels like
it does. It does run really well.
Yeah, like even though it's not optimized super well right now, it's definitely got its early access shit. Like the way that it just feels when you play it, as opposed to like I hate to put H1Z1 on blast or something like that. H1Z1 is a fine game in itself, but it doesn't. I don't think it feels as good as PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds. It just there's something about it. I get this like DayZ Arma 3, but without all the complicated shit. It's like it's sort of dumbed down in a way, but it still retain that. I don't know, man. It feels good. There's no other way to say it, really.
Yep.
I wonder how big it's gonna stay because it's fucking taken over Twitch the past week and a half, really, since it's been out. But I wonder how long that's gonna stick around because like H1Z1 still does very well for the big streamers.
Oh yeah.
Who knows?
JP, I put a clip in the chat in the Zoom chat. This is my partner while we were playing. This is kind of how good he is.
Sorry, I copied my boat thing. Is this it? There we go. All right, let's see.
This is a clip of him downing 4 people.
Is he a Wow. Is he a former Armory Ranger? That's really hard to
he's
say.
not. I don't know if he's not a ranger. There's 2 kills right there.
Wow.
I'm like deadish, but watch this. This is this is the guy I'm playing with. He goes, pop, Pop.
Whoa!
Dang.
And you're on the ground like, help me, help me.
Yeah.
You just eliminated 2 teams.
That
Like it
was
was
pretty
nothing.
sick.
That was 4 people in this. Watch first 2.
Yeah.
Ta-da-da, ta-da-da,
Dude, that's
and then
crazy.
pop.
That was crazy.
Yeah, that's the
Pretty
guy.
shot.
That's the guy who's teaching me how to play this game. He just like, and then he's so calm about it. He has this very soothing like baritone, like, and they're all down.
Most killers do.
What?
Most killers are calm.
That's what he said.
Sniper.
Yeah. After that, yeah, he was calm throughout the entire thing. He goes, they're both down. He goes, I'm a goddamn war hero.
Nice.
Oh,
Yeah, apparently the game earned 11 million during its first weekend in early access and peaked at 67,000 concurrent players, according to the developer Bluehole. So, seems to be doing pretty well.
I got to throw it out there too that I feel like it couldn't have happened to better people either. He's like Brennan, the guy, PlayerUnknown.
Oh yeah, we had him on
cool dude. Yeah,
2 weeks ago or something like that.
Oh really? Oh okay. Yeah, he's. Then you guys all saw. I mean, the guy's just a class act. Poopy Queen, who's their content, their PR person. She's incredibly nice. Like they're just really good people. So I just love to see good people succeed.
Totally.
They're great. And they care. They care about their game. They care about the community. They care about streamers.
PlayerUnknown really cares about that stuff. He was like that during the Arma days. Like I was just playing Arma casually, and he like joined the channel, like said, "Hey, if you need anything, let me know. If you want me to restart the server, if you're getting stream sniped, give me the guy's name. I'll watch the I'll watch the replay and ban him." Blah blah blah. So yeah, he's super cool. He's a super chill dude. But yeah, that's Battlegrounds. I want to see how long it sticks around on Twitch. It seems like it's going to be there for a while because there's not much else out for the next couple of weeks in terms of multiplayer stuff. So
personally, I'll be spending a lot of time in it.
Yeah.
I mean, I know that it'll be probably my primary game for at least a couple of months or something until more stuff comes out, like you said.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been a bit of a dry spell, man.
Yeah, ever since, I mean, we had like a fucking crazy 2 or 3 weeks there with all those big games, and now like next week is Persona 5, and that's pretty niche, but it's still pretty big game for some people. It probably will be awful on Twitch, and then there's not much else out till like May, I think, is the next big release. I do want to talk about the Dark Souls expansion though. Zeke, I know you played that. So how is it good?
I played some of it.
Yeah. What was it too upsetting?
No, I just got, I was on skill. Yes. One point, but also I was pretty under leveled for the DLC.
Oh, really? What level
yeah,
is it?
I just looked on I just Googled like entrance to DLC because I didn't want to just fucking wander around. I'm not a purist that way.
Totally.
But so I looked up where to go, and then it also said like a little blurb underneath. It's like recommended level 125 or something like that.
Holy shit.
So much further than
Yeah. Well, and I went in at like 94 or something like that, 95. So I was pretty under leveled for it, but it didn't feel impossible, but I did get stuck on a boss for many hours.
I can't load VODs. I wish I could show you guys this stuff, but this is what Twitch is giving me right now. So I don't know what to do right now.
Oh, really?
You know what's funny? That
Yeah.
I'm glad you mentioned that, Zeke, because that is the one reason I almost never stream the DLCs for Dark Souls. Like, I love Dark Souls games. I've streamed every single one of them all the way through, complete playthroughs, love them. But when the DLCs come out, I'm always like under leveled, and I don't want to take the time to actually level up to the part where I can actually start enjoying the content that I bought.
Sure.
Does that make sense? And
Yeah.
it's like, yeah,
I mean, my situation is that I formatted PCs because Dark Souls came out so long ago. I haven't played either of the DLCs, and I don't know if I will because I have to start the game over from scratch. So like I have to do so much content just to get to the DLCs. Unless I just like unless I get like a character editor and like make something, but that seems fucking lame.
You can get to this DLC without the previous expansion.
Okay. All right. Well, that's good to know. I heard the previous expansion's not that good as well.
It's short, and it's it's okay, but I think if I'm not mistaken, we talked about it and they focused more on PvP for that expansion, where I don't give a shit about PvP personally, but you can get to this DLC from the main game.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
But it seems good. Thumbs up from you, Z. Seems good.
Yeah, it's great. There's nothing surprising really. It's fucking fantastic. Like all the Souls games. If you like anything Souls, it's fucking good. It gives you what you want.
Okay, I might have to grab that. I don't know.
Yeah, and it's tough as shit too. Like, and there's
I
some
love the Dark Souls
fucking
games.
cheap ass bullshit. The Angels. If you've played any,
I saw Lyric going through that where they just shoot shit at you nonstop.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
It was. Those guys were fucking terrible, and I hated them.
Yeah.
But once you figure something out,
Yeah, I got you. It's Dark Souls.
It's Dark Souls, yeah.
Jericho, have you ever played a Dark Souls game from at all? Have you touched it?
We've been over this. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I might do it one time, but it's just like those games make me mad, so I can't. Do
Okay.
that. Like,
I
yeah,
feel like Dark Souls is such a transformative game though. Like even if you hate those games, you play it for like an hour and you're like, this game's pretty good. Like it's
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure I'll like it, so we'll see. But
yeah.
no. Did you see the Destiny 2 trailer?
Yes, I did, and the big one comes out tomorrow morning at like 6 a.m. I'm like
ready, JP.
I'm like, and
ready.
Zeke's probably the bigger Destiny fan out of the two of us because he's played so fucking much of it.
I'm gonna play Destiny 2 like it's my fucking job.
Wait, you guys are hyped for this too?
I'm
yes,
pretty fucking hyped for this thing, man, and I don't want to be hyped for it because I don't want to be disappointed. I hope
like
I'm
Destiny
not.
1,
I
so
love Destiny 1. I
don't really
hated
care.
playing it on the fucking consoles.
Yes, and there is
Yes.
pretty much confirmed that it's PC. So if that's the case, I got a main game now. Going to Destiny.
Dude, but okay. I think it's so funny, and I feel so bad for Gathalion and Broman because every motherfucker in the world is like, "Hey guys, are we gonna raid? Hey, you guys want to raid together when Destiny 2 comes?" Like all the fucking big. Hey, let's. Even me, I'm like, hey, let's play some Destiny 2 with.
Well, he sent out a message just the other day. Well, here's the thing: is that Gathalion lives like 30 minutes from me.
Ooh.
Yeah, so like we.
Oh, you're playing the local card, huh?
I'm
Yeah,
playing the
you're
local
gonna do
card.
local
100%.
card.
Like their con is like down the
Destiny
street.
Con? Yeah.
Yeah, Destiny guy's like down. I'm gonna be there like the whole weekend just because it's like literally a walk away.
Yeah.
Like it's that close. So I've gotten to know Gathalion just personally as a person. We do the same thing. We're in the local area. I try to connect with those guys, which is super cool. We're not like the closest ever, but I'm excited because I was always held back by the fact that it was on console. It's coming to PC, and I've always been really interested in the game itself.
Yeah.
And I know that Gathalion's a good dude. Professor Broman's a good dude. And I've always wanted to play games with them, but they've been so integrated into that community.
Destiny community, yeah.
Yeah, that Destiny community. It's hard to find opportunities to hang out with these guys and play games.
Destiny,
So-
rabbit man.
Yeah.
My one hope is that the two of them have Destiny 2 come out. And granted, it's not like they put in hard work and didn't get anything out of it. The Destiny community has been very well to them on Twitch. It's fucking phenomenal the amount of views they get for that stuff. When he's like 22,000 views the other day when the new raids hit. But I hope it's not like overshadowed because other people are jumping in it. And I hope they're just like
no
top
way.
spot, like 100K plus views, just fucking destroying that game when it comes out.
Will.
Yeah.
It probably will.
Yeah.
Although the one thing that's going to be obnoxious is I went back and played when the Taken King came out just because I wanted to fuck around with it, and I was like, cool. I played for a little bit, then I stopped. But like when the game first came out and the first raid was unlocked, me and Gold Glove and Bunny, we literally spent 18 hours on stream beating the raid. I think we were the 5th group or whatever.
Yeah.
So like we were like pretty hell bent on doing all this shit in a timely fashion. So I go back and I come back to play it, and as soon as I went in, the whole Destiny community was like, they a couple vocal minorities
She
were
get destroyed.
like, what the fuck are you doing in this? You just trying to get views, man? You don't even care about Destiny? And I'm like, well, hold the fuck
It's
on.
very
I
passionate.
get out of it.
Yeah.
So like, chill. But yeah, I mean,
Yeah. It's a
They'll be
very
all-
passionate group.
it'll be fine.
I'm not worried about those guys at all. In fact, if there was ever a time for somebody to have more numbers than the typical big guys, it'll be Destiny 2 and it'll be Gathalion. Like
Yeah.
there's, I mean, you can't, it's like the tally thing with WoW, right?
Yeah.
You can't erase the history and all the time they spent in those games. I mean, when a new expansion comes out, that's when you just see tally shine, right?
Oh yeah.
Because that series integrated. It's the same thing. Like they have world first raid completions that I mean has just been celebrated by the community and Bungie itself. Like these guys have so much history there. There's no way they're going to jump into it and get overshadowed.
Yeah.
In my opinion, maybe it happened. I mean, I'm going to say it's not going to happen, but
We'll see.
it's hard for me to believe.
I think that game has the potential to just fucking destroy Twitch for like a month solid. Like it could be, if it comes to PC, that will be the biggest release of this year. I would think that's a pretty safe bet, regardless of whatever else comes out this year. If Destiny 2 comes to PC, what's gonna beat it? What's gonna beat it?
Red Dead Redemption 2.
No, Destiny 2 beats it. I'm sorry.
You think so?
Well, hold on. Okay.
I don't know, man.
Not for me personally, it doesn't beat it, but Rockstar Games is Rockstar Games, and GTA 5 is still the best-selling game of all time, and fucking makes so much goddamn fucking money every month.
I'm just saying, you wanted an example of something that could compete with it. I threw it out there.
It might compete with it.
I'm not even gonna this is better than that. It's so.
Yeah, you can't get into that argument.
Yeah,
for sure,
but I will say that I feel like it has a good shot.
Red Dead might be pretty big.
Yeah, I think so.
If the multiplayer component is strong in Red Dead, it'd be good.
I don't think it's gonna have longevity like Destiny 2 will.
Yeah.
But when it comes to like game of the year, like best game of the year.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Well, I mean, that's a completely different argument for sure. But yeah, the hype is good. It sounds like tomorrow's trailer is going to be big deal. Gathalion was guesstimating that they're not going to wait till E3 to like let people play this. So if because didn't they do a beta like really early on in Destiny? And then like took it away for like 6 months and then came back.
Could have been. I don't know.
I can't remember.
I want to say that's what happened. Chat will correct me here in just a sec, but I just want it to come to PC. Like that would be so
I know.
sick.
It's gonna be the same thing, right? That probably that happened with GTA, which is it's gonna come out on consoles, and then we're gonna get a PC port later. That's months later, and it's gonna be beautiful. And it's gonna be bad in so many different ways, but we're gonna have to wait for it. Like that's
I don't know, man. Like with Activision's behind Destiny. Before I say something stupid, right? They're the publishers behind that.
I can't keep up with that shit anymore. I know that Bungie is the
Yes, Activision. Okay, so Activision's behind that, which means that Blizzard probably has been floating stuff from Overwatch in there in terms of like how to get someone hyped and how to get. So I'm hoping that they're taking what happened with Overwatch and how well that was handled and all of the beta shit, and somehow bringing that over into Destiny a little bit with like the alphaness of it and getting it out there early, but. If I have to wait a little bit longer to play it on PC, that's fine. Maybe. I just hope it comes out at the same time.
I feel like there's a legitimate business strategy to releasing it on the consoles with as much hype as it has, and then waiting 6 months and then releasing it on PC. It's almost like a second hype. It gets everybody excited.
That's true, yeah.
And honestly, from like a business perspective, it makes a lot of sense to do it the way that they do. I mean, these are people who've made literally billions, on.
I mean, they put out Call of Duty. So they understand how to make a lot of money from games for sure.
Yeah, and it's not. I don't think it's the best way for the consumer. I would rather play the same day as console gamers and stuff if I'm going to be on PC. But at the same time, like I can see why they do it the way they do it.
Totally. Zeke, you want to run through Indie Sunday real quick?
Sure.
Because you played a game that I told you to play. I want to hear how you feel about it.
I did. I played Desync.
Was the music? I know the music was good.
Yeah, the music is just fucking fantastic. Like you'd imagine. It's and I don't want to fuck up the name.
They're gonna fuck it up.
Yeah. Here it goes.
You know what? Fuck you. It's Daniel Deluxe. Daniel Deluxe is half of the musical creators behind the soundtrack of this game. It's like hard, dirty electronic music. This game reminds me of, someone said in my chat, and I think it's a good comparison. It's Doom with Tron, like a Doom Tron baby.
Okay.
It's super fast FPS, and replace the Doom soundtrack, the metal soundtrack, with this like dirty EDM stuff. I've said this many times before that a soundtrack will make a good game great, and that's what it did for this for sure. It's super fast paced. You get upgrades and stuff like that. You can replay levels. There's a Steam scoreboard that you have with your friends and stuff. You can see how your friends have done on levels that you have played.
So is it kind of like it's just a horde mode game then?
Yeah, and with bosses.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
You go through like 3 levels of this kind of shit, and then the next level is like the boss. And let me tell you, it is fucking tough. It is.
I like the style of like when you get hit, it goes like retrofied, and it looks like you're. I don't know. It's hard to describe, but it's got a cool look to it.
Yeah, no, it's definitely got the music perfectly matches the style of it. It's very retro-y, like Tron used to do with like laser, that kind of shit.
Yeah.
It feels like you're in an 80s video game if they had better technology. if they had the technology that they wanted back then, or thought, they could fool people into thinking they had, that's kind of like this.
That's cool.
Yeah, it's really fun.
It's $15 on Steam for those wondering.
Yeah, $15.
How much?
What?
Like time-wise, how much time did you spend in there?
I put 2 hours into it.
And did you complete it?
No.
Let's see.
I spent I think 30 minutes on the first boss.
It's
tough.
How many levels did you play? Because it's 26 levels apparently.
One.
Holy shit! You played one level?
Maybe but maybe they're talking about like I played 3 levels and then a boss, so that's 4.
Right.
Okay. Maybe.
I think that might be what they're talking about. 4 levels and a boss, so
Can you speak a little bit more? Can you speak a little bit more on the upgrading part of the game? Like, is it like a Binding of Isaac thing where you like actually like find items and they manipulate the way you attack, or is it more like a stat allocation thing, or like what?
No, it's definitely you find items, but also you accrue these points. I can't remember exactly what they're called, but you accrue these points after finishing a level, and then you spend them in the main hub. You spend them on upgrading the guns that you have found. So say like I find the shotgun. Then I can take the points that I've earned through the level and put it into reload speed or damage or fire rate and stuff like that. You just take the points and you plug them into the stat that you want. But there's like secondary fire things that you can buy as well. Like if you kill enough enemies in a particular spot, your meter goes up. I don't know. You see those 3 white bars?
Yeah.
Yes.
Those are different weapons: pistol, shotgun, and rocket launcher.
Okay.
Gotcha.
Then there's 2 vertical bars beside it.
Yep.
This is early on in the game, so I don't have those unlocked yet. But later on, oh no, you see the white like start to go up.
Yeah.
Those
right
2 bars will climb. There you go. Those 2 bars will climb with the damage you do, and once you hit the damage threshold, you get your secondary fire weapon. And what I had for this, I think, was an ice shot. So you fire your ice shot at the guy, and he slows down his movement for a little while, so you can pour bullets into him. But those are all like you can pick different things. They're all a myriad of different upgrades.
This looks fucking crazy with this boss fight.
This guy was fucking tough. I told you that this guy was fucking took me half an hour to beat him.
He looks pretty cool. Yeah.
It's very Soulsy that way. At least the boss fights are, in that you face the boss, learn their patterns, and spoiler alert for this boss. Spoiler alert. He has a second phase, so you're like, fuck, I got him. Ah, shit.
Yeah.
Another fucking phase.
The old second phase.
Yeah.
So it's more like the what was the game that came out on PS4 recently that I think you and Man were playing a lot of? It's like Dark Souls ish, but you climb a tower. It's got like death something. Shit, Z, come on, help me out here, man.
Say that one more time.
It's PS4. You and Man vs. Game played it.
Oh,
It's
Let It Die.
Let It Die. Yes, Let It Die. Does it have that kind of like that like area where you go to in between runs, where that's where you upgrade? It has a kind of like a feel like that.
I don't think so.
Sort of.
Oh, it does?
Sort of. It's more like
like every run kind of contributes to the overall power of your character, which makes the next run easier, every time you play.
Yeah, sort of. Yeah.
Incrementally getting stronger, so it's incrementally getting slightly easier as you progress.
Yeah, but the levels get more difficult as you go on too.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
It's kind of it's leveled that way where you kind of keep up with the next level.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
But yeah, that's Desync, DESYNC, $15 on Steam, right?
Yeah, and you can buy the soundtrack as well. Full. I closed it. It was like $7, $8, something like that.
Yeah. Oh, no, $10 for both soundtracks. If you want the Daniel Deluxe, it's $7, and if you want the Volcor X, it's $3.
There you go. All right, I'm looking at the next one. It looks like a horror game, so I know we're in for some nonsense. What is this?
This game is a fourth wall breaker, like a Stanley Parable kind of a game.
Is it scary?
Yes. This is one of the most immersive. And it's not like horror.
What's the name of it before we move on?
Nope.
It's
I'm just looking at the lights flashing, and I'm just like, nope.
No, that is actually a mechanic that, if you remember, the first Saw, where that dude, like, all the lights were turned out and he had to like flash his camera to see where shit was. That was kind of a mechanic. It doesn't last super long. It lasts just enough where you're the point of like, fuck, this is getting really annoying, and then they take it away, which is cool.
Okay.
But the game is called Mono, MONO.
Okay.
And it's a psychological, like, fourth wall breaking, like the developer. Okay, this is not spoilery because it's the first thing that comes up when you put in the game. The developer's comments, like, it says, "Hi, thank you for playing my game." Now, this game is going to have glitches. People have complained of crashing and that kind of stuff. So if you have any problem with the game, you can stop playing it and I won't be mad or whatever. Something of that nature. But that's part of the game.
Oh, shit. Look at that little thing.
No.
And
Whoa.
There's fourth wall breaking shit like that. And it's a fucking good addition to that kind of genre, that kind of narrator is talking to you genre. Talking to you personally and saying, "Hey, you playing this game," kind of a thing.
Damn. Okay. That looks pretty nuts.
But it's supposed to be in three episodes, basically. Mono is the first one, or excuse me, Mono is the overarching name of all of them. This game is actually called I Want to Get Out. The next one will be called The Monster Within. The third and final one is called The Creator Revealed. So I'm guessing they're going to be released, like, episodically like that.
Yeah. Dang, that has a crazy fucking look to it.
It's $4, and it is, I think it took me a little over an hour and 15 minutes to complete the first episode, and it is fucking worth it.
That looks wild, man.
But if you got $4 and an hour and 15 minutes to play it, don't read up on it. Okay. Don't do that. Just play it.
The less you know, the better it is.
Exactly, because there's surprises for sure.
Damn.
Well, right. I have like so many questions, but I feel like I don't want you to answer them. Like,
no, they do a really good job setting you up in this game.
God, I hate that. So, I was talking about like genres of games that I don't normally play. Like the only thing that I've never played a game of, and I started to when I started streaming, was horror games. Yeah, I do not like horror games at all. Yeah. I would not play them off stream, but
love them.
Streaming them is a completely different thing because I know how much fun the chat has with watching me get through these things, that it makes it fun for me. And it's this real love-hate relationship when it comes to horror games. And I don't do well with them, but I think that's why people like to watch it. And that makes me excited when my chat's excited. So
yeah, makes sense. I won't play them though. Fuck chat.
Yeah.
With all that said, I won't play them.
Hey, Ella, do you have a house guest?
No. Are you fucking with me? I'm like, I don't think so.
Oh, God.
I mean, maybe in my house somewhere, but not in this room, hopefully, because I did not invite anyone into this room.
Jesus Christ.
man.
Zeke, what is this?
This is a lot of times I go into Indie Sunday games and I just look and I'm like, oh, this could be fun. This is really like childy. It's a little elementary.
I didn't tell you to play this, did I?
No.
Okay.
This game is called Don't Open the Doors. And it's a claymation adventure game like this, but it's really like basic.
Okay, so we can just move to the next.
I think I only played it for like half an hour. I went, I get it. Okay, it's a little below my even my maturity level.
Must be low, man.
But yeah, it's a good game for kids maybe.
All right, this doesn't look for kids because there's a syringe with blood in the top right.
Right. This one's called The Crow's Eye.
Oh, this is what Tom was telling you to play. Tom?
Yes. Yes.
Tom.
Yep. Tom from Evolve.
Yeah.
Yep. The Crow's Eye. The funny thing is, I picked it out for Indie Sunday, and I said, I'm going to be playing indie games all day. He goes, hey, why don't you try and check out The Crow's Eye? And I went, oh, funny that you mentioned that. It's fucking weird because I saw this, and of course it appealed to me because there's no use trying to hide the fact it is like a BioShock Amnesia mix.
Okay.
It has it takes place in 1947 or something like that, and it's got puzzle elements, and you're in this asylum, and you've got this crazy guy is like, hey, I made this asylum and all these puzzles, now try and get out. And he's like, and I swear to God, whoever did the voice for that guy who's near or who's talking to you sounds like a fucking like knockoff Mark Hamill. He does the whole crazy Joker laughy thing. And they straight up like took those what do they call them in BioShock? The things you pick up with the recording.
Oh,
the
vocoders? No,
not a vocoder, but you know what I'm talking about.
I know
right?
what you're talking about.
They totally you find those in the game. They're almost exactly the same, and they tell more of the story about the thing. But there's some pretty cool, clever, puzzly things. I didn't get super far into it. I played it for 107 minutes. It says on Steam.
Okay. Yeah, it looks like that.
But
take a break.
It's not honestly.
Oh, that's a different game.
What the fuck?
We'll get to that just
Voxophone. Thank you, Voxophone.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, you pick up boxes and you step on the boxes to like this. Like you put a box next to a box and you step on the box to get out into the fucking vent system to get out of this room to move on in the game. Stuff like that. It's not bad.
It reminds me a little bit of it looks a little bit like a Pineview Drive, if you remember that game.
I've never played it.
You never played that?
How does that sound familiar?
It was a horror game that came out, an indie horror game, and it was like popular for like a week on Twitch, and then nobody talked about it.
Is that where you walked around the house?
Yeah, there's like a clown that
yeah.
kind of followed you and stuff. It looks like that to me. Now, let me ask you this, Zeke.
Pineview Drive?
Yeah, look up. Yeah, you might actually want to stream it sometime. It's a good like one day stream kind of thing. Yeah. Let me ask you a question. Are you gaining powers? Are you gaining weapons? Are you fighting something? Like what is sort of the purpose of these syringes and what's your goal? Like
there's environmental hazards that hurt you, and the syringe is your health bar, and you can you find like a piece of cloth, a fucking needle, and that kind of shit, and you make like bandages to like. There's a crafting element to it. You can also make lockpicks. You make shit to progress in the game mostly, and sometimes you make shit to heal yourself and that kind of shit.
Gotcha. Okay, because I would assume the syringe is health, but then like you picked up something that's got like a green syringe now, so I didn't know if you were like collecting.
The green syringe is
different powers or something.
Yeah, the green syringe is adrenaline, and it slows down time, so you can jump really far, and you need that to clear like a fan blade cutter thing below you.
So you would say probably this is more of a puzzle game than anything else.
Oh, it's super puzzle game.
Okay,
it's not psychological. It's not a thriller really. It's just set in this 1947 BioShocky era, but it's a puzzle game.
Gotcha. Okay.
Puzzle platformer for sure. Yep. And the last game I played was Pamela, and I will say this game is in early access, and one of the main things that tells you how to play the game when I played it was fucking broken.
Oh.
There's these panels on the wall that you're supposed to be able just like to press, and then Pamela, whoever that is, her voice is supposed to come through these things and tell you story elements and things about it. And when I was playing it, it was fucking broken. So I wandered around going, this fucking sucks. I have no fucking idea where the fuck to go. I don't know what's going on. Apparently, the thing that tells you the story was broken. That thing. See that wheel?
Yeah.
That's me trying to get that blue panel to talk to me.
That
It
sucks.
was fucking broken. So it's in early access.
So don't buy Pamela just yet.
Well, yeah, it's in early access, so I can forgive it because it's, everything in early access says if you aren't excited, don't buy it. Wait to buy this.
Okay. We do have some Twitch stuff real quick to talk about. Is there anything else, Zeke, that you want to bring up, or that we could shave? What that we could save for next week?
Yeah.
I guess I'm gonna drop it.
I'm like, you notice I leaned in.
Real talk hour is over, Zeke.
Yeah, I'm good.
Yeah.
No,
Okay.
we covered everything I played.
All right. We didn't talk.
The Buffalo Wild Wings.
What? Oh man, you're dying here.
This shit is fucking hot, and there's so much
I've never
meat.
seen somebody so attractive in my entire life.
Jesus,
that's
it looks like you're just in a world of hurt.
Mm.
Yeah, that's
a
my
lot of
little brother.
sweat. That's so much sweat.
Is that cream or did you get milk?
Oh, I bought ice cream about an hour before, and I didn't put it in the
Yup.
refrigerator,
Ah,
and I just kind of put my face in it.
Jesus, that's just a hot mess. All right.
Yeah.
That's enough. of that.
literally? Oh, Jay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Perfect.
We're gonna run a little bit over. I'm sorry, everyone. Twitch crates got announced. What the fuck are Twitch crates? Do you guys know what they are?
Yes.
All right,
Yes.
talk to me about them, Jericho.
Dude, when you make a purchase on Twitch with the game, underneath the profile, you get a Twitch crate, and inside you can have like emotes and shit that you can only get in there. So it's trying to incentivize you buying games through Twitch.
Is it only when you buy games?
As far as I know.
You would think a product like this
Yeah,
would have
right
more
there,
than
so
like
it's up
500
than
words.
$5.99. It's up there. Scroll up.
Just to clarify,
$5.99 or $4. Any purchase of a game or in-game item worth more than $5 gets you a crate, and then it gets you loot, and there you go.
Okay.
here's the thing. You're only going to get one crate whether you spend $5 or 50 is what I heard. Like, it doesn't matter the amount. It's about the transaction. And then on top of that, I think they're even giving you crates not necessarily just for, and I could be wrong about this, don't quote me on this, but not just game purchases, because some things you can actually buy just cosmetics. Like, let's say you're a Dota 2
it's
streamer.
in-game items. Yeah.
Yeah, in-game items. Yeah. So like if you're a Dota 2 streamer and you want to buy a skin, if you buy the skin off of the people's channel, you'll get a
Says it right there in the
Wait,
flag.
off of people's channels?
Yeah.
Yeah. This is going to be something that's like on your channel right below, like where your subscribe button is, like buy the game.
Where have
like
you been,
another button.
JP? This is with the.
I was in
this
St.
is-
Louis.
Yeah, Twitch store.
All right. That's
Yeah,
a
they
thing.
announced all that stuff.
And
So.
you have, and it doesn't matter if you're
hate this
if you
fucking
want
thing
it
to
or
talk.
not. It's gonna be there forever.
So how did people feel about this? Like, what's public opinion on it? Do you guys know?
Everybody's like,
Yeah.
I
don't-
gave some pretty. Oh, I'm sorry. Go for
No,
it.
no. I'm sorry. I'm cutting you off. My bad.
I said I gave some pretty. I voiced my feedback on it when they came to me to ask, but I seem to be in the wrong here in saying I was like, I really don't want the badge down there. I had a bunch of other like critiques with it, but like most people that I asked said, yeah, I don't care. It's cool. It's fine. Like it doesn't
Okay.
really. So
All right. That's a thing.
Yeah.
That's a thing.
Well,
that
okay.
exists.
Why is it? There's people in, like awful, trash, horrible. Why the fuck is that? Why is it so bad?
I mean, I don't think it's
I'm
that
missing
bad.
it. No, I'm not saying you are. I'm saying this fucking.
Sure.
Can you play devil's advocate? No, can you play devil's advocate and say why they think it's so bad?
I think people see the idea of crates and think microtransactions, and they don't understand why a company that wants to earn money year over year would ever do something like this. But the idea is that they want to earn money year over year. And Amazon bought Twitch for $1 billion, so they're trying to get a reimbursement on that fucking purchase. Granted, who knows if they've already gotten that, but it's a business of making money, so I would assume that's why, and people are just kind of not about that. I don't think it's, as long as it doesn't change the minute-to-minute experience on Twitch, and you don't have to be bothered by it as a casual Twitch streamer, who cares? Like, maybe they'll throw in some stuff. What if they start doing things in the inventory system or with the boxes where you can buy things like subscriptions, and then you can get a box and you get more stuff like cool emotes?
Well, that's what's in the box. There are going to be emotes that you can only get through the Twitch crates. That even, I mean, I think maybe the idea was toying around with even those being specific to the channel. So like,
That's cool.
Like all of my emotes, right? My Viking emotes, and then you might be able to find like a golden version of one.
I think that's great.
In the chat that's exclusive or
Yeah.
Stuff like that. There's badges, even it was talking about chat badges too that you could unlock. So like,
Yeah.
If you've got the moderator badge, whatever. It would go along.
Look, Twitch heard about a website from a friend and they decided to make it themselves. Okay.
You want to know what my biggest concern?
Yeah.
This is my biggest concern with it. I think I actually don't mind the idea. We're basically selling these games inadvertently anyways, right?
Yeah.
So I'm okay with Twitch putting up a thing and wanting to try to sell the games. It makes sense to me. It falls in line. But here's the thing that I've been kind of curious about: are the keys for Steam, or are we going to get keys that are given to us that we're going to have to activate on different platforms? Or
Well, they're on the Twitch platform. They're on the Twitch downloader platform for games that exist.
The launcher.
The launcher, yeah. Sorry, that's the appropriate term. There's a Twitch launcher now that you can buy games in, Elohim.
Well, now I'm out of my
Same
depth,
here,
so
man.
Explain to me.
Look, they're announcing so much shit that people come to my channel like, "Hey, what's this?" I'm like, "I don't fucking know. Go read the FAQ," because I cannot speak intelligently about that. Like that's why I'm asking you guys too, because I don't know what that stuff is for the most part. I still need. I guess
my thing is that the convenience of just having Steam and having a video game library that people have been building for some of us, over 10 years.
Yeah.
Like why would I want a code for? And I'm just speaking frankly for Twitch or I hate when I have to get onto Origin or like something else. Like I like my games all being right here. So if I'm going to buy a game, I think a lot of people, just for the convenience of it, will want it on their Steam list.
Sure.
But you're also leaving out the important part that you might not know is that your games are in the library with your Twitch desktop app, that you have your VoIP services and your streaming community. So they're to tie it all into this like central thing, which it might
trying to become the all-in-one package. Which
might mean that you're not like feeling like you're opening up Origin because the Twitch chat and everything is already there.
Yeah.
See what I'm saying? That's the only way I could see it being like that.
It's
well, and also like is this a valid way to view this? When there's competition for game sellers, that's good for game buyers?
Yes.
Because if there's games available on 3 different things, say you got a game on Green Man, Steam, and GOG. They're all on all 3 platforms, or Humble, or name a fucking place. Yeah. And then you go, okay, I want this game, but this guy's selling it for $3.99 because the other guys are selling it for $4.99. That means I win as the consumer, right?
Right. I think the biggest issue there is that when you get into the conversations/arguments of DRM, Steam's still the biggest DRM in the world when it comes to video games, and Steam's the #1 platform, so people don't want to leave that platform.
I understand that.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying that's their thing. They don't want to leave the platform.
Yeah, but if I buy an apple, if I like apples, and Walmart sells an apple for 59 cents, and my local grocery store sells it for 49 cents, I'm going to go to the local grocery store.
Yeah, but if you buy that apple and you can only eat it in that store and you can't eat it anywhere else, that's where the conversation is. That's what they're talking about.
Right, but you're talking about an extra couple of clicks, not like actually driving somewhere.
Right. Yeah. Yes.
But for somebody on the internet such as myself, they're pretty relative.
That's pretty relative. Exactly.
Yeah.
Time has become very like a wibbly wobbly, timey-wimey kind of thing. It's like 30 seconds may not mean a lot to you, but for an internet person, that's fucking eons.
Exactly.
You know, there's like other weird things that kind of pop, like questions and curiosities that pop up from this. Like, what about, like, how is this going to impact streamers that have sponsorships through like Humble Bundle or these other websites that sell things? Now that you're forced to have this this game under here, is that going to hurt streamers' possibilities for sponsorships in the future? And
maybe
is it going to hurt current sponsorships because
those companies aren't going to yoink it though, right? They're not gonna. Nobody's gonna go to like VP and be like, "Yo, all my VP streamers, like, nah, take G2A off of you guys because Twitch now has an option." I think it'll hurt the sponsors more than it'll hurt the streamer.
Yeah, and for all of you guys,
it's something it's something to think about. Like, there's a lot of angles here.
Well, and all of you guys complaining about having too many launchers, the launchers are what caused the games to be like. If there was a fucking monopoly, you'd have to be like, if there was Steam only, you pay what Steam says, fucking period.
Yeah.
That's it. That's competition. That's what I'm saying. Like, if you had one launcher Steam and they said you're paying $60 for every fucking game, you're like, well, I'm going to go over. Oh, no other choice.
Yeah.
I want to point something out to Zeke. I'm so glad that you stopped people in the chat and was like, why is this bad? Like, I'm so glad you did that, because I think honestly, because I think that I think being critical about new systems, especially about things that you love and you're passionate about, like Twitch, I think it's good to be critical. I think it's good to ask questions. I think it's good to understand what they're trying to do, understand what they're putting forward. But what I see so often is like any change on Twitch, there's this portion of people that are just like, oh, I hate it. It's you know, they just immediately go to the hate thing. Like, this is a money grab. This is this, you know. I see it so often. So I appreciate you, Zeke, for going, okay, hold on. Why? You know, like, let's talk about this. Let's open up. I again, 100% agree with being critical about new systems on Twitch, but just to outright hate new things, we've got to evolve somehow on this, you know, like we have to. So
gotta have a conversation, man.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what it's all about. This is the weirdest headline I've ever read on Twitch. You can now stream in 1080p on Twitch. According to this headline, they really should have like maybe worked on that a little bit. What it means is that they're doing 1080p 60 FPS video support. This is kind of what we were talking about last week, but I think this is their introduction of what we were talking about last week, where it comes to transcodes, which is
transcoding.
Which is a better viewing experience for people that maybe can't watch source on every stream.
Right.
Yeah, it's just a weird headline.
It does work well.
That is a weird headline.
Yeah.
Like, why are the numbers everywhere? Like, what is that dog like playing blackjack?
I don't get it.
And also, the one thing that I didn't necessarily agree with is maybe the best way to say this, that 1080p is enough, or rather 6,000 bitrate is enough to support 1080p 60. It's like the bare minimum.
It is, but if you're playing like Terraria, or
if you're playing anything that has movement in it, it's gonna look like shit.
Yes,
it's gonna look bad.
I stream in 960p. That's been the resolution.
You bumped to 960. Oh, you're not even at 900. You're at 960.
Well, 900 just doesn't scale evenly with everything that I got going on. So I mean, it looks. I have stopped local recording for video games like
PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds.
Yeah, a Battlegrounds example. Because the VOD looks that good. It really does look that good. So it's 900 is probably the sweet spot.
Yeah.
Anything less, it looks great already. Anything more, and it kind of
720p 60 at 6,000 bitrate, I think, is like pretty fucking good. I think it looks fantastic.
Are we still worried about alienating our audiences based on their connection?
That's the new transcoding thing. Instead, it won't be whatever you're streaming 480p, which is what it is with to high. Now it's going to be 960, 720, 480, 360. Like, they have so
There's
many.
A lot more options now.
Okay, because I'm not a tech person at all. I have no fucking idea how I survive in this industry, honestly, with as I know about tech. You can do like I can figure out how to play a game. Like, I can do it. I'll fucking do it. I can build a computer. That's pretty easy. But you tell me, like, when you start talking about bandwidths and like, I don't know,
You and probably a large majority of people. You're not alone in that. Someone said in chat they're watching the ESL CS:GO and it's 30K bitrate on YouTube.
YouTube doesn't have a bitrate cap for large events, and it's like 20,000 for individuals. But the problem, let's
Holy
realize,
shit, that's so much.
is you are gonna have problems. Your CPU, if you're not on like
Yeah.
a gaming PC, is gonna have problems like using Chrome. You're gonna be fucked.
Your Chrome is going to be like 100% of your system resource.
Right. So, I mean, you got to give and take. 1080p, 60 FPS, crisp, 9,000 bit rate looks great. Like, let's go there. I'm happy with the 6,000 bump. It looks good too.
Yeah.
I'm happy, but I want more, but I'm happy.
Yeah. And then the last thing that they announced was, I think, probably one of the best things they've put in. It's a way to schedule and handle events, which is kind of cool. I understand why they called it events. I wish it was just a schedule on each stream. But I'll take it regardless. And it's fucking fantastic because you can add it to Apple Calendar, Google Calendar, Yahoo Calendar, every fucking calendar that exists for viewers. And all you got to do is just schedule stuff. So if you're doing a sponsored stream or you're doing a show like I do, I just throw all my shows in there and editors can do it. So you don't even have to do it yourself as the streamer. You can have your team do it if you are lucky enough to have one. And you just schedule all that shit. And then people can set up reminders. They get notified. It's fucking awesome. I love it. Nice. It's a great, great feature. We're going to be using it here on the channel a shit ton. I hope they flush it out.
I'm so excited about foundational stuff that they do. Like, having a calendar, like it's so basic, but it's such a big thing for us.
It's so important, man.
Yeah, it's huge. Like I almost wish they would focus. I mean, they obviously they're focusing on all sorts of angles, right? But I just love to see these like common sense things come out that we've been waiting for years.
Yeah. I mean, like right here, twitch.tv/itmeJP/events. Nebula Jazz, Saturday. Roleplay Blades, Sunday. Here are the two things. You can share it. You can fucking add. If you click on it, you go to add all this shit. It's great. It's fantastic. Do this more. And make it so everyone can put in their schedules of the stream there. It'll be even better. Good job, Twitch. It's the first thing they've added where I'm just like, well, they kind of missed the mark on it. They knocked it out of the park. They did a good job for sure. We're 20 minutes over, but I think that's our episode this week. I think we're good. Let's do some shout outs. I think everyone's in the right spot. Zeke, we'll start with you as always. You knew that it was coming up. You even turned and got excited. Yep, you're good.
Hey, what's going on? Ezekiel the Third here. Thank you very much to Elohim for being here. Thank you to Jericho for filling in for Co. Jericho, best Co. And also itmeJP for hosting this as always. It's been a pleasure. Today was one of those rare shows that we actually got to peel back a few layers of
I'm sorry, but the way that I introed that was fucking hilarious, and I'm gonna go laugh at that as soon as we end the episode.
The way you introed what?
The way I like started that whole conversation. I should pull.
Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah,
just boom.
It was
right
just.
Into it.
And then Elohim's like, that's been happening a lot, and I'm like, yeah, people die all the time. That was great. That was good.
One quick thing. As soon as I can after this broadcast, I will be doing a sponsor stream for HP Omen X PC. I'll be doing an unboxing. I'll show you all the bells and whistles and gizmos and stuff. I'll be taking it out. I haven't even opened the fucking box yet. It's right there. Whoops, that's my whiskey. There's the box right there with all the shit in it. So if you want to pop in, I will be doing an announcement as well. There's going to be some sweepstakes info that you're going to want to check out if you want to check it out.
Sweepstakes?
Sweepstakes.
I've never heard of Twitch sweepstakes before.
It's not Twitch. It's HP.
Sorry, sweepstakes on Twitch.
Yeah.
By HP.
Yep. I'll give you all the info after this broadcast. So give me like 10 minutes after the show's over to take a shit and we'll get started.
What are the specs of that PC over there, Zeke?
You'll have to find out.
That's the right answer. Good job. You won.
Yeah. It's also on my channel too. I've got 2 info boxes that you can click and all that kind of stuff.
I gotta go look at that. Jericho, do some shout outs. Mr. XSplit.
Yo, thanks for having me on again. If this is my last week, it's been fun.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, it might be.
Yeah, so if it is, thanks for having me. Thanks for putting up with me, YouTube as well. And if it's not, then I guess I'll see you guys next week. But I am streaming Battlegrounds right like after I eat because I'm addicted to it. I stream every day H1Z1, Overwatch, CSGO, Battlegrounds, Rocket League now. So kind of doing all sorts of stuff. But again, thank you guys for having me. And maybe I'll be on when you guys are bored of Co. I'll be filling in then.
I think so. Probably so.
Oh, hell yeah.
Jericho better co. Elohim, do some shout outs, sir. Also, I got lazy and your tab is called Elozeek, so I hope this is right. I hope it's not an amalgamation of the two of you. Yeah, we're good. Go ahead.
I mean, we're basically the same person anyway, so it's always great to be on the show. Thank you guys. I think this is my third or fourth time being on. I really appreciate it. All you guys have a phenomenal show here, and it's good to be able to jump on and share some thoughts. And in the interest of sharing my thoughts, thank you, chat, for allowing me to be so candid about my opinions and about myself today. I really appreciate it. Some of you guys tossed me a follow, which was super cool. So thank you. If you guys want to check me out, I usually stream at like 4 a.m. in the morning. And
Go fuck yourself, Zeke.
Yeah. In the morning. It's an early broadcast. It's not for everybody, but if you find yourselves bored early in the morning on Twitch, please feel like you have a home to jump in and see what we're up to. I'm very vulgar, so if you're looking for family friendly, it's probably not your guy. But thank you guys for just having me on. And also one last thing, I might as well throw it out there since we talked about it.
Do it.
I do a show called
Fanboys.
Spoiler Alert.
Oh shit!
No,
Spoiler.
don't you do that to me. Don't you do that to me. I get a chance to plug this. I feel like I've earned it.
Do it.
Anyways, spoiler alert. We do a show, me, Chan Man, V, and Eat My Diction. We do a show called Spoiler Alert where we go over movies and shows, comic books, pretty much everything. And we evaluate them and talk about them openly. If you've ever decided that, hey, I want to talk about Walking Dead and you can't get on Twitter because you're scared of spoiling it for people, this is your home to talk about it. We do that show every Thursday at 1 p.m. Eastern in the afternoon. And you guys are more than welcome to join us. And we have a good time. Tomorrow we're not having an episode, unfortunately, due to scheduling. But the week after, we're talking about Beauty and the Beast. So if you want to catch up, you guys got a week to watch Beauty and the Beast and join with us. We did Logan before that, and we announce usually at the end of the stream what we're going to do next week. So feel free to come along and join us. I think I'm done. Thank you guys for having me here.
Was Beauty and the Beast good? Did you like it? I haven't seen it yet.
I mean, it's Beauty and the Beast, and I'm a big fan of Beauty and the Beast anyways, so it's kind of hard not to like it. But there's definitely I don't think that for me personally, Emma Watson was a great choice for Belle.
Ooh.
Personally, and I know that's not everybody's sentiment, but that's just how I felt. Whatever.
Okay.
I enjoyed it. It was good. It was what I expected to be. I think Lumineer takes the show though. Ian McGregor really kind of takes.
Is he an actual guy or is he a little candlestick?
He's a little candlestick. I don't want to ruin anything,
shit.
but you think, well, what am I ruining? It's fucking Beauty and the Beast. They turn back into people, and then you get to see Ewan McGregor. I guess it's not really spoiling anything, but I don't know. I particularly liked his dialogue, and I didn't even know it was Ewan McGregor until after when he became a human, and I was like, oh, it's him. Cool.
Oh, it's Ewan.
Yeah, and then I was like,
Such
of
a
course
weird
I
name.
loved it because I fucking love you. You're great.
There you
So,
go.
anyways.
Did you get your Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 tickets? Did you do that yet? They're on
Are you talking to
sale.
me?
Yeah, they're on sale now. You can get them right now.
No, I haven't.
Mine was I did not know, and I ordered it 2 hours late, so I have shitty seats for my theater.
I'm not one of those people that needs to be there like right at
Oh, I gotta go first showing.
I can
Thursday
like
night.
join in like a week later and like the 11 a.m. Showing. Like I don't.
I got to be there first showing, first night, day one, Alamo Draft House. It's the best. You get all the like fellow comic book fans, and you fucking like someone shows up on screen, everyone freaks the fuck out. It's the best.
Right.
It's the best stuff. It's hard to beat.
It's true.
That's it for the show. I'm gonna go watch people bake some stuff, bake some loaves, probably
Shut
some
up.
good old loaves. I'm telling Jericho, go watch the fucking show.
I'm going to watch it tonight.
Watch it and tweet at me while you're watching it if you like it or not. I'm very interested to know.
Okay.
I'll be back on to stream some Power Rangers in a bit and then get really upset at Dota. So we'll see you guys then. Also, I'll hit you guys up about playing pub this weekend, maybe.
Yeah, please do. Honestly,
Yeah. Maybe all four of us can you do 4 of you queue up as 4s?
Yeah.
Okay.
There's squad.
Do
Yep.
it. Roll out.
Maybe we'll do that. I'm out. We're out. See you next week on Drop Frames. Cohh might be back. He might not. We're not sure. He'll definitely be back for episode 100 though, and then we'll just kill the show. Bye bye. We'll see you next time.